Deep dive. Deep dive.
On this episode, Erica from the Philippines is joining us. She is a worship leader and bass player, and also a master student of food science. Let's deep dive with her on how we hear God's instructions for decision making.
Welcome to Deep Dive with Lita. Erica,
Thank you.
thank you for joining us. Before we start, I want to ask you some fun questions. You like movies, right?
Yes, of course.
If your life is a movie genre, which genres would it be?
Ooh, I would say romantic comedy.
Ooh, romance. Okay. So why?
I mean, I love romantic comedies. I watched so many romantic comedies growing up. And like, I love the idea of like, life is just so fun.
Mhm.
And like, you're having fun with people and then you meet a person that you love.
Rom-com. I love those two. It scares me when it comes to thrilling or horror. I feel like I'm spending money for torturing myself. So I prefer
agree.
rom-com. So speaking about since you were young, so what was your dream when you were young?
Actually, when I was younger, I wanted to be a singer-songwriter.
When did you start singing and songwriting?
I started singing since I was a very, very young kid because I started singing in church since I was 3 years old. That was the first memory of me singing. But then I started songwriting only when I became 15.
Huh. And what about now? Like, do you have a future that you picture yourself?
I would say my future that I pictured for myself now, it kind of changed a little bit because my focus went from music, and it's still music now. Music's still my passion now, but my day job is more of science.
Science. What kind of science are you in right now?
So right now I'm doing a master's in food science and technology.
What's that?
So it's
I'm
just
sorry, I don't know that.
That's all right. That's all right. I actually get that question a lot. So food science and technology is basically the science, the chemistry, the microbiology inside food. And so it's about manufacturing food and also like the science behind cooking food and all these things.
What makes you choose to that major?
Actually, my dad helped me choose it. Both my dad and my sister. Because when I was deciding in university what to pick, I was torn between biology, chemistry. I did like the sciences, but I didn't know which science. And my dad was working in a packaging company, and so he told me, "Why don't you pick food science?" And that's what I picked, and I've loved it ever since.
It's amazing. From that, do you always worry about your calling? Is it aligned with your calling?
That's a good question. I think my calling is more towards music because that's what I do mainly in church, and that's what I love to do in my own personal time. That's how I express myself. I think for me, science is more of a day job, something that I have to do.
When you started choosing major, why didn't you choose the music? If that was your pioneer dreams, like when you were younger. Is it also because of our Asian culture that music career and the actual job career? So what's the main reason for you to choose?
That's exactly why I chose it. The Asian
I can
culture.
relate.
Yeah. Because my parents said, like, my dad is actually very supportive if I want to choose music. But I always thought to myself, this is not the way that I can, support myself in the future, or this is not the way I was taught to be able to support myself. And so my dad also told me, if you want to pursue music, pursue it as a side thing first, and then pursue something that you can fall back on. And that's something that my mom said and my sister said to me as well. Yeah.
I want to know deep down. I'm not sure, like people to people different. For me, it's like I never choose the path my parents choose for me. I always rebel. No, I want it. So something like that. Have you ever had a moment or a desire you want to do it that different from your family influences?
I would say when I chose to do a master's, that was my biggest like side side decision. But actually it's a weird story, because when I graduated from my bachelor's, I was supposed to find a job, but it's difficult to find a job. And so
Right.
my parents told me, go back to the Philippines.
Right.
But I said, no, I want to stay in Thailand. And then, so I continued to find a job. And that was actually me rebelling against them. They
Okay.
said, go back to the Philippines. I said,
I want here.
no, I want to stay here. And so, but they supported me staying here. But then as I prayed about it, and I was really angry with God during that time, because like, why aren't you giving me a job that I can
Right,
stay here
right.
for? My parents told me, do a master's. At least you have something to fall back on. And then that was when I had to follow God's will, had to follow my parents' will, and pursue a master's. So everything always goes back to like my parents' advice.
Right. In the Bible also, we should honor our parents, and that's what the Bible said too. Before we graduate, we have that worry, like, what am I supposed to do if I don't get a job? During that period, how did you talk with God and settle? And how are you so sure about going for the master is God will?
Oh, that's a very good question. During that, because I took a 1-year gap before I started my master's. And during that time, I was really wrestling with God. I was hoping that, God would actually give me a job right after I graduated, because I was expecting to do an internship during my studies in my bachelor's. But actually, God, the whole situation, like, led me to do a thesis project for my graduation. And so I didn't get an internship. I didn't get a job right after. And so I was left to find a job by myself. And during that whole time, I just got rejection upon rejection. And it was a really tough time, because I was like, I thought you were supposed to give me a job. I thought that was what you have meant for me.
Right.
But that was not it. And so I struggled through that. And I even said to God during that time, Lord, I do not want to do a master's. I don't think I'm supposed to be a researcher. I really don't want to do a master's. But there was a voice inside of me that said, do it. And my parents also said, just do it. And so that's the attitude I went. Even though I was really hesitant at first, I just went with it, because I felt like, that was the only path that would give me peace and that would lead me somewhere.
So the first stage is you had a peace.
Yes.
For your point of view and for your opinions, how do you figure out your life purpose?
I like to take things one step at a time. I think it's very desirable to want to know the whole picture, but like to take things one step at a time is also, I think it's God's way. God doesn't let us see the whole picture. He lets us see every step of the way, and he guides us every step of the way. And we're supposed to trust him every step of the way. And that's what happened throughout my whole life, throughout my bachelor years, and also throughout like deciding to do a master's. I did not want to do a master's, but God said, just do it. And now I'm waiting for the next path as well.
It's exciting. So what about for the you were serving at the church too, and what do you think about that path? I mean, the music path.
I absolutely love music, and like I want to continue doing it, especially if it's for the Lord and with the Lord as well. And if that's where God will lead me, I think I will go where God leads me. And I'm excited to say that there are opportunities opening up for me with that path.
Yeah, right. It's amazing. Another sister in Christ is also figuring out the calling and then finding out the calling, but still walking step by step, even though we don't know. That's how God works. He's just like walking with the faith. So it's amazing. There will be some younger people, or there will be some young people like us who is still figuring out in the decision making with the God's will. So how would you suggest them?
I would suggest to, if there's a path that God is clearly going to take you, even if you don't want to do it, just do it. Because you really never know what's going to happen, and you never know where God's going to take you. But if there's a clear path that God is telling you to go, even if you don't want to do it, just do it. Because you never know what blessings or opportunities that path may bring, even if it wasn't what you wanted in the first place.
Right. Amazing. Any personal Bible quote that you would like to share too?
There's this verse, surrender it all to God and God will direct your path.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, before we end the podcast, I would like to play some fun game with you.
In the game Halligalli, we have 4 different fruits and each card have different numbers of same fruits. Player takes turns flipping one card, face up onto the table. Whenever there are exactly 5 of the same fruit showing on one card or several, the first person to ring the bell wins all the face-up cards. The game continues until one player has all the cards, and that person is the winner.
I got it.
Okay, okay. I can be fast too.
Huh? Oh, you're very fast. Oh, wow. Whoa, very good, very nice.
There you go.
Oh, I'm running out. Oh, okay. I think this is gonna be a very fast game. Okay, let's see.
I think it's gonna be very fast. I'm sorry, I'm just so good.
Okay, amazing. You won.
Thank you, Erica, for joining us, and thank you for coming. And it was a fun game. I won.
Yes, thank you. It's an honor to lose to you.